Welcome to Inspiration. My name is Felix Akodazi, and as always, this is what we do. We get to bring you personalities that have inspired, that are still inspiring the next generation, and also that have impacted society so much with the things they do, with their talents, with whatever that God has gifted them with. And today, I have one of such personalities right here that I so admire, and he is my guest for today. Have you ever considered how plays are being crafted out? Have you ever considered how plays are being executed? I'm not talking about movies, I'm talking about stage plays, how they are being executed. And today, my guest for today, he is a playwright, and he's also the head of Scribe Productions Limited in Ghana, and they are in charge of some of these plays that you are about to hear about. And also we'll get to show you snippets of some of these plays on television. If you're watching us on television, I want to say welcome to you. If you are watching us online, and if you have not yet watched us online, you go on INSPIRATION, that is Inspiration with Felix Dazi, and on YouTube, and then you'll be connected to whatever we're sharing right here. After this break, we will get to talk to the one and only Mr. Kobina Ansah, and we will have an amazing time. My costume is from Burner Moda, and the number on your screen as their number. You can call them so that they can give you a nice outfit, and you will look good just as I am looking. Maybe you might look even better than I am looking. So Burner Moda is in charge of our costume, and we are proudly supported and sponsored by Vin de Rene, and we'll have an advert of them. We'll get into that commercial break, and then you'll get to see the wine that you are supposed to use in celebration, in everything that has to do with celebration. So after this break, we'll get talking. Don't go anywhere. This is Inspiration. I'll be back.
Celebrate life. And if you want to celebrate life, get quality wines like Vin de Rene. Vin de Rene wines are original, authentic French, super sweet wine. Charlie Menu lose. We are guy man now from there. And you Vin de Rene champagne, original champagne. Now for that time, what I say, don't miss out on our products. Vin de Rene, original French wine. Been a good glass man, me trade.
You can contact us on Facebook and on Instagram on Vin de Rene, VINDERYNNE. Alternatively, you can call us via the following numbers: +233 246 141 795 or +233 551 612921. You can also call us on +336 999 07507, or you can send us a mail on contact@vindurene.com. This advert is vetted and approved by the FDA.
Welcome back. I just remembered that when I was in school, I used to act a lot. Then I was laughed at, and then I stopped. They used to call us concert party folks in school. They used to add drama and all that. And my senior Sadiq Moore can testify to that. We used to act a lot. Pow, no be small. And when I was having a conversation with Mr. Kobina Ansah, then I remembered that, hey, Miko, I used to act, but I was discouraged in school. My guest for today, as I told you, is a playwright, and also he's in charge of Scribe's production. Welcome, Mr. Kobina Ansah.
Thank you.
How are you
much.
doing?
I'm great, by God's grace.
Good to see you.
Yeah, great to see you again.
So many. How many years has it been? More than
about 7 years or so.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
good to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you. Good to see you. I used to act when I was in school.
Wow, that's great.
I used to, and I was discouraged.
Why?
Yeah, they used to laugh at us.
Oh.
Yeah, they used to laugh at us. They used to say, concert party boys and all that. Have you acted before?
No.
You've never?
Nah.
But you write plays. Isn't that amazing?
Yes, amazing. You know, because it's like Mourinho.
Jose Mourinho.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think he's played football before.
No, I'm not sure he's played
Yeah,
football
but he's a
before.
good coach.
Very good coach.
It's one of the wonders of life.
So you are the Jose Mourinho.
Yeah.
Well, let me allow you to introduce yourself to those who are watching. I mean, you can do a better introduction of yourself. So let me allow you to do it.
Okay,
better
so
introduction.
Kobina Ansah is a playwright. Yeah, even though I don't have any background in theater, so I attended University of Ghana, read biochemistry, completed in 2011, and after 2011 I had to go and do my national service at St. Rose's. So I was in St. Rose's for about 4 or 5 years, and then I quit to do writing fully. So that's what got me to theater.
Okay.
So between 2015 and now, I've been doing theater fully.
All right.
Yeah.
So you never studied theater in school?
No.
You never studied, but you're a playwright?
Yes.
You write plays?
Yes.
Wow. How many plays have you written so far?
Original plays 8.
8 plays?
Yes.
Wow. And the first one, I've been viewing your status.
Yeah.
I think I was there on the second or the first one.
I think that was a third.
That was the third.
Yeah.
At the F1 Sutherland
yeah.
studio.
Yeah, that
at
was
the
the
University
third.
of Ghana.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there. And that was a fantastic play.
Yeah.
That was a fantastic play. Well, let's talk about your life. Growing up, did you know this was what you were going to do?
Nope. Never.
At all?
At all. It never occurred to me this was what I was going to do. Because I always wanted to be a medical doctor.
A medical doctor?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I read science in secondary school.
Okay.
That's for John Secondary School.
PJ, okay.
Yeah, and then I went to Legon. So Legon, I wanted to read medicine. So then you have to read biological science.
Yeah.
And then those who do very well will be shortlisted for medical school interview.
Okay.
And those who pass the interview would go to medical school itself.
Collabo at that
Yeah,
time.
yeah. So I passed. I went to the stage of the medical school interview, and then I was bounced, sort of.
You were bounced?
Yeah.
Oh, so you passed the exams and then you
Yes.
went to the interview and
Yes.
why do you think you were bounced?
I don't know, because I don't know. So I had to come back to Legon and choose some of the courses there. So that's how come I ended reading by chemistry.
Were you heartbroken at that time?
Very much.
Which year? Which year was that?
That was 2007.
2007.
Yeah, 2007.
Wow, disheartening.
Yeah, very, very. Because I remember I cried. and you know, I had prayed so much to get into medical school, and I felt that God was saying, this is what you have to do. And then the results come, and then you are not picked. You know, my dad was really, really rooting for me, and then I didn't get picked. And I was so disheartened because I felt that apart from medicine, I couldn't do anything else.
That's what you felt?
That's what I felt.
That apart from medicine, there's nothing,
There's nothing
you
I
can
could do with my life.
Okay.
But God proved me wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, because I came back to school and then I started writing, because I was writing very, very well then.
At that time?
Yeah, but because I was so focused on getting to medical school, I wasn't so particular about writing. I thought, oh, come on, I was going to be a medical doctor anyway, so what do I need writing for? But after I was bounced, I came back and took up writing again.
Did you write about your experience?
Yes, I did. And actually, that's what actually began my writing experience, because I wrote about medical suicide. And then I put on
Medical suicide?
Medical or suicide.
Medical or suicide?
Yeah,
okay.
because then it was either medical school or suicide. Many people thought that if they couldn't get to medical school, then they had to commit suicide. But I came back and made fun of that whole thing. That you can still not get into medical school and make something out of your life.
Did it really happen?
Yeah, I think back then we heard that people committed suicide.
Because they didn't
Yeah,
have the
get
opportunity
into
to get to the medical school.
school.
Okay.
Yeah.
The prestige of it.
Exactly. But you know, it's because of how we've been brought up. We've been brought up to think that the medical field is such a prestige.
A prestigious job.
You know, and oftentimes we don't get to look at other places or other opportunities. And so that happens. And I think that lately people are getting to know that life is more than medical school or being a medical doctor.
Okay.
Yeah, people are doing a lot with their life now. Even social media, YouTube and all that, people are earning a lot.
Earning a lot, exactly.
Yeah, and they're getting to know that life is more than even getting into medical school or being a medical doctor.
Okay.
And that's great.
That's great. Let's talk about life in PJ.
Life in PJ.
Well, your first choice, because at that time, I know you had to, not like now that the computer has to.
Yeah.
At that time, it was based on merit.
Merit, yeah.
You have the first choice, second choice, and a third choice.
Yeah.
And then the headmasters will deliberate. That was a lot of work for them.
Yeah, you know, I completed GHS in 2003
in Accra.
Yeah, in Accra, in Dansoman. So I had 6 months.
Wow. You were a black student.
Well,
What did you attend to? Second grade or?
No. I was in one of those schools called Ghana Believers Church, GBC.
Maintain.
Yeah, it was always a popular school.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it was a popular school.
It wasn't popular.
No, it was one of those schools, you know.
Okay.
And I had 6-1s then, and so I chose Pope John as my first choice. I think 2002 or so, Pope John had won the National Science and Maths quiz.
NSM.
So yeah, they were very popular then. So that's what forced me to choose the school.
And you went to Pope John.
Yes, I went.
Did you enjoy your stay?
To read science. Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I made a lot of friends then.
Okay.
They've been, some of them are still friends to today.
Till now, yeah.
Yeah, and that is the power of networking. And that's the power of being at the right place at the right time. Yeah, so I felt that God led me to Pope John to be able to learn a lot of things, because there are so many things I learned there that I applied in life later on. What
are some of the things that you learned?
You know, I didn't get to enter the boarding house in Pope John.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because then it was felt that 6-1s you didn't do well enough, so you didn't get to the boarding house. You still had to be in the
really?
hostel.
6-1?
Yeah.
At that time?
Yeah, at that time.
So what were they expecting? 10-1s?
Yeah, 10-1s, 9-1s. Yeah, they were the ones who were in the boarding house.
Okay. I can't mention my grade. If I mention my grade, you won't watch me again. Right?
So you know, we're in the hostel in Koforidia.
Koforidia, okay.
Yeah, not too far from the school.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to the school every day. Yeah,
you had your freedom.
Oh yeah.
You had your freedom.
Yeah, and that was when I got to know that freedom was, even though freedom was free, it was expensive. Because then we find that a lot of people were messing up their lives because there was a freedom. They'll go out to town, they'll not study
from the hostel.
Yeah, and in Pope John those days, I think if you had 3 Fs for a number of terms, you'll be sacked.
Wow. First
time you'll be cautioned, and then eventually you'll be sacked.
Okay.
And that's one lesson I learned, that freedom is, even though it's free, it's not free. It's expensive. It needs to be responsible about your freedom. Yeah, and later on in life, I try to apply this in so many ways, or in so many facets of my life. Yeah, it's helped me.
It helped you.
Yeah.
Freedom is free, but it's very expensive.
Yeah.
All right. Pope John, how did they used to call you?
My nickname back in Pope John was Raskovi. Yeah,
Raskovi.
Yeah.
Your parents heard that. I'm sure.
Yeah, come on.
Why Raskovi? What about?
You know, every Kobe, I don't know, but every Kobe they called Raskobi. I don't know how come that happens, but
maybe.
Yeah, every Kobe is called a Raskobi. I don't know. So
they used to call you Raskobi.
Yeah, Raskobi.
A fan of reggae music?
I wasn't even a fan of reggae anyway.
A fan of which genre of music do you listen to?
I think I did better with R&B.
R&B, okay.
Yeah, and gospel.
And gospel.
Back in the day.
Back in the days. Do you used to perform at entertainment?
You know, I was a rapper.
Yeah. You used to rap?
Yeah, I used to rap.
Let's do some.
I used to, come on.
give me some.
I stopped.
You know, you stopped everything.
Yeah, I stopped rapping. No, I can't.
You can't even rhyme.
No.
I now understand why you put in your auditions.
Yeah. Dancing and rapping and all that. Yeah, because
so if you see someone who's a good rapper, how would you know?
Okay, yeah, I'll know.
Who is that?
And you know that talking about rapping. Even now, I do in my place.
Okay.
I do put rap in there. I do write rap for people to
and singing.
Yeah, singing. I do write my own songs. I do write rap and all that. So you see, all those experiences back then are coming back to play.
Okay.
And that is life.
So entertainment, Raskobi.
Yeah.
It's called. your most memorable entertainment.
Oh, you know, back in the day, we used to do battles. So we battle in the dorms.
Okay. Okay.
We used to battle in our dorms and all that. We write a rap and you come and battle with someone else.
You used to win.
I don't know if I won, but you know, so you get the fans and all that. You thought you won.
Okay. Did some turn into fights and all that?
Oh nah.
Into beefs and all that?
Nah, not the beefs you are seeing today. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, then everyone had to show off what they had. And
okay.
It was fun.
All right. Did you ever think you were going to take it seriously? Like
no,
rap music
no. Because like I said, I always wanted to be a medical doctor. So that was all that was on my mind.
Okay.
Yeah, I never for once thought that I was going to play any role in the arts in future. No.
You said you learned a lot of things that you applied in Pope John's secondary school. Is it Pope John's or Pope Jones?
Pope John.
A lot of people say
Pope Jones. Yeah, it's Pope John.
About that?
Yeah, it's Pope John.
Okay, so Pope John's secondary school.
Yeah.
You said you learned a lot of things there.
Yeah.
What is that one thing that you will never forget that taught you a lot in the school, that one thing that you know that will never ever leave you, that will stay with you for life?
I learned that where you're coming from doesn't matter as much as where you're going to.
Okay.
Where you're coming from doesn't matter as much as where you're going, because we got to know a lot of people who were coming from very rich backgrounds. They came to school, and then and even others who had gotten 10 ones and 9 ones back in JHS, and they came to school, and because of that complacency, they weren't studying so much. Eventually, they didn't do well in the WASI because of that complacency. They felt that where they were coming from was going to be the same as where they were going to, and that's one thing that I learned in life, that don't be complacent. If you're coming from a rich background, don't assume that everything's going to be as rosy as it used to be. If you're coming from a poor background too, don't assume that everything's going to be as worse as it used to be. Take advantage of that, of the privilege that you have, and make the best of it. Yeah.
That's really a great instruction and a great advice. So your starting does not matter.
How you end.
Yes,
what matters.
And in school,
Yeah.
there was KNUST, University of Ghana, UCC, UDS had now started picking up.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to choose the University of Ghana?
I think I bought forms for Tech and Legon.
Okay.
I think Tech offered me food science, which I didn't want to do, and then Legon offered me biological science because that was the starting point to get into the medical school.
Okay, and KNUST was not doing direct?
I think they were doing that, but they didn't pick me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
For medicine. Yeah.
Medicine.
So I chose
Legon.
Yeah, Legon. Yeah.
Okay, to go and do that.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why you chose Legon. Life at Legon, how was it like? Which one were you in?
I was in Commonwealth.
Commonwealth?
Yeah.
You don't look like
Yeah, I don't look like it. Yeah, of course. You know, and Commonwealth Hall was fun.
It was?
It was a place to meet so many people. You know, anytime Commonwealth is mentioned, people think that it's made up of just bad guys.
Bad guys and all
But
that.
no, Commonwealth had a lot of people, like so many different people, coming from so many different schools and places. And I could really relate with Commonwealth because I was coming from a boys' school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was coming from a boys' school, and it was a place that you could feel comfortable. You could be in just boxers and singlets and just be walking the whole day. No one gave a damn about it.
Yeah.
And that because it was a place for the guys.
And the women were scared to come.
Yeah. But they came anyway.
They came anyway.
And it was fun. It was fun in Komodo.
Okay.
It was a lot of fun. A lot of lessons as well.
As well.
A lot of lessons as well.
Did you used to follow them for the Jama and all that?
No, I never joined them for the Jama.
You never joined?
But anytime you were in your room, you could hear them.
You could hear them. Okay.
You could hear them chanting the Jama.
Okay.
And you know, the Jama, it starts with gospel.
Oh.
And eventually ends with the profane. So, you know, you just be in your room, and you're just amazed at how creative they could be. How people could turn songs around, and how they could sing. They could sing for hours.
Really?
Yeah, some of them could sing for 5-6 hours. Just a few people singing for 5 and 6 hours. You wonder, how are they getting the energy to do all this? The lesson in there was that anything you are passionate about, you find time to do it.
Anything you are passionate about,
you find time to do it.
Yeah.
So if those people were passionate about the Jama, they could find time to do it. They could rehearse. They could come.
Oh, they could rehearse.
Oh yeah, they rehearse. It wasn't.
Wow, I thought it was just.
No, it wasn't a freestyle something.
Okay.
They rehearse. So there was a rehearsal for it.
Okay.
And then they come together, chant the Jama and all that, and that's what I'm talking about passion. Anything you're passionate about, you find time to do it.
All right.
And there's no excuse for it. Yeah.
There's no excuse for it. I love that. Now you spoke about passion. At what point did you become passionate when writing? Because you wanted to become a doctor, and now your medical ambitions have been shattered. You have to get into something new. At what point did you become passionate about writing?
I had always been passionate about writing because my dad used to work at Daily Graphic.
Okay.
Yeah, so right from childhood we used to be reading newspapers. Yeah, and he would say that, okay, write to the editor. So sometimes there are questions in there, you need to answer them. There are quizzes in there, and sometimes, you know. So we're very familiar with newspapers even at a very young age. So I was writing, but not professionally. I became very passionate about writing professionally after I was bounced from a medical school.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you started writing.
Yeah.
And you decided to take
it seriously.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So did you write? What are some of the things that you wrote on campus, and what are the things that influenced you into writing?
I remember one article I wrote that really went viral on campus was about the courses. The title of that article I think was "Will Course Be the Course?" I was talking about the title about the courses that we studied in university and making fun of them. For example, a course like meteorology, I used to make fun of it that it was a course about studying soothsaying. When people you know, you make guesses about what's going to happen, whether it was going to rain or not. It was a satire. I was trying to look at how some people think about some courses that were studied in school, and how they were really not what people thought they were. Yeah. So I used to do a lot of these satires on campus, and try to make fun of the things that we did, and you know, it was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
What influences you when you're writing?
The things I observe, the things I see people doing that no one talks about, they're the things that inspire me to write.
Okay.
Because I feel that I can't talk about them, but I can write about them.
Okay.
Yeah. So I write about them for people to read them, and then they find that, okay, this is me in there being written about, and that is the beauty of writing.
All right.
Yeah.
So much creativity goes into it.
Yeah. So much.
Okay. How many hours does it take for you to write a play?
A play. It depends on the topic I'm writing on.
Okay.
Sometimes months.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember Once Upon a Radio, it took me over a year.
Over a year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I was writing on a topic that was a bit sensitive, and I had to research a lot on it. I was writing about death. I was writing about cancer, and these are things that don't come to you naturally unless you've experienced it.
That's your latest play, right?
Yeah, that was the one we recently staged.
Okay.
Yeah, so it took me over a year to write that.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the place, and you have something coming up, right?
Yeah.
We'll get to talk about it, and I trust that it will inspire our next generation, and also people who have no knowledge about it will get to know about it. We'll probably supported and sponsored by Then D. Renee, and my costume is from Burner Moda. After this break, we'll get to talk. Don't go anywhere. This is Inspiration, and my name is Felix Dazi. I'll be back.
Celebrate life. And if you want to celebrate life, get quality wines like Vin de Renée. Vin de Renée wines are original, authentic French, super sweet wine. Charlie Menu lose. We are guy man now from there. And you Vin de Renée champagne, original champagne. Now for track time, what I say, don't miss out on our products. Vin de Renée, original French wine. Been a good glass man, me trade.
You can contact us on Facebook and on Instagram on Vin de Renée, VINDERYNNE. Alternatively, you can call us by the following numbers: +233 246 141 795 or +233 551 612921. You can also call us on +336 999 07507, or you can send us a mail on contact@vindurenay.com. This advert is vetted and approved by the FDA.
Welcome back. You're still watching us right here on Inspiration with Felix Dazi. If you're watching us on TV, we want you to head straight to our YouTube channel. It's spelled INSPIRATION, Inspiration with Felix Dazi, and you'll be connected to what we're sharing right here on television, and that is for YouTube. Well, we are proudly supported and sponsored by Then D. Renee, and you know, my costume is also sponsored by Burner Moda, and we want to say thank you to these two companies. Thank you so much for holding us down. My guests for today is still the one and only Mr. Kobina Ansah from the Scribe production, and he told us if you're in Pop Jones, Ras Kobe. Anyway, amazing. So you said you look at the things that happen.
Yeah.
You observe a lot in order to write. Which of the plays did you face a lot of challenges writing?
The boy called a girl.
The boy
Called a girl.
called the girl. Okay.
What comes to mind when you hear the boy called a girl?
The boy called the girl.
The boy called a girl.
The boy called a girl. Oh, someone who is gay?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So it was on LGBT.
LGBT, okay.
Yeah, and it was a difficult topic to touch on because, you know, there's no conversation we have in public.
In public, yeah.
So trying to write a play on it to be staged publicly, that's a difficult one.
Did you write it to support them or to bash them?
You know, it depends on who is watching it, and depends on who they are. Because I after staging it, I had some people coming to see it and say that you are supporting them. Another person also coming to see someone who is also gay, coming to see it and say that you are homophobic.
They came to you.
Yes,
That you are.
yeah, that I'm homophobic because I'm against them.
Against them.
So, you know, and that is what a writer does. You need to evoke conversations. You need to make people see your stuff and not know where you stand.
You stand, okay.
Because as a writer, you are speaking for so many people. You know, but first of all, I'm a Christian.
Okay.
And so whatever I'm writing, of course, it's going to come from the Christian perspective.
Perspective, okay.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, I should be able to touch on the topic such that it creates a conversation for both the one who is in, who is indulging, the LGBT stuff, and another person who is not. And that's what I did. It was difficult writing on it because I had to research a lot to know what are some things that even trigger
These people.
Yeah, because not everyone is born to be like that.
Okay.
But some experiences sometimes take people there, and that's one thing we never think about. We always assume that people who are doing stuff like that have always wanted to be that. But have you even thought that someone could have been raped and then they become gays or lesbians? People have been raped during childhood. They had no power over that.
Over that.
And then they end up becoming like them because that's the experience they've had during childhood. So, you know, someone will come and see it like that, and then they'll say that, okay, then it means that you're supporting them. Another person would also come and see it and say that, no, not all of us were raped to become like that. Some of us want to be that of by our own will.
Our own will, okay.
So it means you're against us, and you are misrepresenting us. So that is the beauty of writing. You try to write. You can't talk for everybody. But at the end of the day, you should be able to create a conversation that will make people talk about whatever they didn't want to talk about initially. And that is what I want to do. At all times, I want to create conversation with my staff. To talk about stuff that no one wants to talk about. I'm actually writing a play on rape.
On rape. Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because I want to write on stuff that people don't want to talk about. And that's how come I wrote on death.
Okay.
Yeah, because who would stage a play on death? Like it's not usual.
It's not usual, okay.
Yeah, and I always want to do the unusual stuff.
Wow. The unusual stuff.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Either in public or in private. Because I believe that theater is one way that we can talk about issues.
Okay.
We can talk about politics. We can talk about social issues. We can talk about anything. Yeah, so I don't limit myself at all.
At all. You don't place limitations on yourself.
No.
Interesting.
That's the power of theater.
Okay.
That's the power of theater.
But did you go for any hands-on training before you entered into this big? Because you were writing it in school, you were staging it in school, but now after school you're doing it at the National Theatre, and that's what we're actually recording. You're doing it here at the National Theatre for wider audiences, for a wider audience, I should say. Now, did you go for any training after school in order for you to develop these things?
Never, and I've never had any training.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You've never had any training.
No.
So how do you put all this together?
I think it's a gift.
It's a gift, okay.
And also, I try to really watch a lot of Broadway theater.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So at all times, I'm watching something on YouTube, because that's the only way to be able to know that people elsewhere are doing stuff.
Okay.
So these are the ways I try to challenge myself.
Okay.
So I'm always watching something on YouTube. I'm always observing people, others doing this as well. I try, if there's a show that I've heard of, at all costs I'm going to be there to see it.
A show, a theater show.
A theater play.
You want to see it. Does that influence you?
It does.
It does.
Because it helps me to know what others are also doing.
Okay.
And how I can also improve on mine.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I've not had any hands-on training, but these are ways I try to improve on myself.
Massive talents. Scribe production.
Yeah.
How did you get that name? And why did you name it? Not Kobina Ansah Production Limited, Scribe Production. How did you come by that name?
Scribe. You know the scribes back in the day in the Bible.
Yeah, in the Bible.
The people who wrote.
Who wrote? Okay.
Yeah. So I believe that my calling is writing.
Okay.
Yeah. So and I also believe that my calling, which is writing, is my pulpit.
Okay.
So that is how I also preach to people.
Okay.
And I believe that whatever calling we are doing, whether corporate, whether secular, whatever it is, I believe that's our pulpit.
That's our pulpit.
And we should use it to preach to people.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is why scribe.
Okay.
Because I take the inspiration from the scribes in the Bible.
In the Bible.
Who are documenting everything that was happening back in the day. And that is what I'm also doing now.
Okay.
Yeah, I document things that happen in society
Okay.
by observation.
By observation.
By things that I hear, things that I see happening on social media and all that. Yeah.
Have you written out something and you go back and say, did I write this? Did I pen this down?
Yeah, when I look back at some of my old plays, I go like, oh wow, what made me write this? Because for example, I want to sue God.
I want to sue God. Okay. That was a trendy play that you wrote.
Yeah. You know, it was about expensive weddings and marriages and people getting into marriage and sometimes they wish that they had married someone else and all that. Yeah, because
people marry and realize that they should have married someone else.
Yeah.
Wow.
It happens a lot. Actually, it happens to every married person because you know when the arguments start coming, when the conflicts start coming,
the real
when the challenges and the issues start coming, you go like, wouldn't it have been better if I married someone else? But you get to realize that no, everyone else you have married would have come with their own challenges, so you just need to deal with it. Yeah, and after I got married, I went back to see that play. I'm like, did I really write this? How did I write this? Because I wasn't married then. How did I know this?
How did you know all these?
Yeah, and that is I don't know, but I sometimes look back and go like, wow, then God was really speaking to me to write this because I explained them later on and get to know that, oh, okay, so that was when I was writing this, that was what it meant. I didn't even understand it then. That is it.
All right. What goes into writing these plays? Because you need actors, you need a lot of things.
Yeah.
What are some of the things? Take us through. Is it difficult?
It's very difficult.
It is
very difficult. Especially if you want to write plays that are not usual or are not common. It's very difficult because you are not going the usual way. See, and that means a lot of thinking, a lot of creativity, and that's very difficult.
A lot of thinking, a lot of creativity.
Yeah. Because, for example, I'm like the play I'm writing on rape. There's nothing like there's nothing to follow. You can't say that someone has written something like this, so I'm going to look at it and model mine after it. It's something away from the norm, and that means that you're going to create your own path. You're going to create your own dialogue, create everything from scratch.
From scratch. Okay.
And now that I'm even writing my own songs, it makes it even more difficult.
You now have to teach the people and all that.
Yeah. So after you write the songs, you sing the songs to them and say that, okay, this is how I want the songs to sound. And then they sing the song like that.
They have to sing it like that.
And create beats, create instrumentals, like it's a lot.
So if you are doing something, let's say for example inspiration.
Yeah.
What you have to create a song for it.
Yeah, you have to create a song for it.
And then you give them how it will sound. How do you make it sound? How do you do
sometimes,
that?
You know, I don't write, I don't play instruments.
Instruments, okay.
And that's the difficult part of it. If I played instruments, then it would have been easier to create melodies. But I don't play instruments. So sometimes I hear someone singing the song. And then I say that, okay, I quickly take my phone and record it. I hear someone singing the song.
To you?
Yeah, to me.
Wow.
Yeah. So sometimes I have an idea about the song I want to write. I have a theme. Like I have, okay, so for example, someone has been raped. So the person has to sing a song to express how they are feeling at that point. So I have this idea I have. But I don't have a melody. I don't have anything.
You don't have anything.
Yeah, it's just a blank. I have a blank mind on it. So as I sit down, I just keep pondering over it. Okay, so the person has been raped. How are they going to sing the song? And then I hear someone singing the song in my mind. And then quickly, I take a pen, I write the lyrics. and I take my phone and I record what I hear
What do you hear? Okay.
being sung, and that's how I write my songs.
Wow.
Yeah,
This is amazing.
yeah, it's amazing.
How many weeks does it take for preparation to prepare for a play?
For a play, something like 3 months.
3 months
Minimum.
of rehearsal.
Yeah, 3 months.
And what are the challenges in it? The preparation.
It's
Just the preparation.
it's
What are
it's
some
a
of
lot of time, because sometimes if you are working with a huge cast, sometimes you have this person coming to rehearsal, this person not coming. You know, so it's always difficult to have the full team at the rehearsal grounds. And because not all of them are always able to turn up for rehearsals, it makes rehearsing difficult. Because someone would need to play another person's role at all times. And it makes it difficult for you to have a fair idea of how the play is progressing. Yeah, that's one of the many challenges that we face.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Which of the plays in writing, rehearsing, did you face a lot of challenges?
Well, I face challenges with all of them. And I'll say that all the challenges that we face, they are similar. Like, and sometimes I expect them. I expect that, okay, I'm going to face this challenge. So I just get prepared for them. So none of them really get me out of my skin and say that, okay, it is beyond me. No.
All right. You get people coming to you that they want to be like you. They want to write
Yeah.
plays like you a lot.
Yeah.
What's your advice for them when they come to you?
I tell them to start from where they are.
Okay.
You know, because writing plays is like prayer, like praying. You can't know how to pray until you pray.
Yeah, it's true.
You can't know how to play soccer until you play soccer. So whatever you want to learn how to do, you first have to do it. And that's how it is. Like, you can't say that you want to write plays when you're not writing plays. So you need to start from where you are. And I always tell people to be excellent in what they do, because I feel that a lot of people are mediocre with what they do. For me, I think that this is what I've been called to do, and I give it all my time, all my efforts. I don't take chances.
Okay.
So whatever it is that you want to do, you need to start from where you are. You need to start doing it, and then you can improve on it. And many people don't want to start from there. They just want to be up there.
Up there, no,
That's not
that.
possible. So you need to start writing. You know, if you want to be a playwright, start writing plays, and then improve on it. And that's the way to go. And also, I noticed that a lot of people are mediocre when it comes to some of these things, because they don't give it all their time and all their efforts. And that is one thing I think it's really affecting a lot of young people who want to take up such a craft.
Okay.
You know, because whenever we do something and not give it our best, it's mediocre. Mediocrity pays the bill twice. When excellence pays it just once.
Rewind and press play.
Is it? Excellence pays the bill once. Mediocrity pays it twice. For example, if you want to buy a product and want to go for a cheap one, you buy that cheap one, it won't achieve this purpose. Let's go and buy another one. So you pay the bill twice. If you bought the right one right from the go, you pay it once. And that is how mediocrity and excellence is. So if you are doing whatever in mediocrity, we don't do it well, and then we keep doing it over and over again without achieving any purpose.
Okay.
So I tell people that whatever you are doing, make sure that you are being excellent at it. Excellence comes with consistency. You know, anytime you are being consistent at something, eventually you're going to become excellent at it, and that is it.
Okay. What's the principle of starting small? Because you said they should start from where they are.
Yeah. You learn how to toddle. You know, a toddler learns how to crawl and then try to walk before they even start to run, and that's how life is.
Okay.
You can't just be born to them and then start running.
Running, exactly, it's true.
So whatever it is, start small, so that even if you fail, you're able to get back on your feet. But you know, if immediately you start so big, when you fail, you can't get back on your feet. And
Have you ever failed in your endeavors before?
Oh, a lot.
Writing.
A lot of times. A lot of time. A lot of time. A lot of times. Oh, a lot of times.
Okay. Which one do you remember that taught you a lesson?
We staged our first play. This one is of a seal.
Oh, this family is
at Drama Studio.
Okay.
It was a great show. Like we had an overflow on both days. It was 2 days. The next time we wanted to do it, we wanted to go for 4 days. Because we felt that okay, we had a very great show previously, and then it was a flop.
Wow. And
that was one lesson I learned, that you need to take your time. The next time we had to go for another 2 days instead of just running for 4 days. So if I had the time, if I could turn back the hands of time and go back to the day, I'd have gone for 2 days instead of 4 days.
4 days, okay.
And that was one failure that really taught me a lot.
It taught you a lot because you had to lose a lot.
A lot. So I said that next time I'll take my time.
Okay.
Instead of just trying to jump and try to fly and all that. No, try to walk and have your gains day after day. Don't try to be all over the place all of a sudden, you know.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. You have to take baby steps.
Baby steps, exactly.
And then
exactly.
you get there. Let's get to talk about the plays that you've written. You've written 8 plays so far. Which one is your favorite?
I don't have a favorite.
Which one do you love?
I love all of them.
No, which one do you love?
Well, yeah, because they are all unique in their own way. So if I say I have a favorite, then I'll be biased.
Okay.
Because they are all unique in their own way.
Okay.
They are all unique in their own way.
Let's take a look at some of the plays written by Mr. Kobina Ansah and produced by Scribe's production. And then we will be back. Don't go anywhere. Take a look at this.
If I could turn back the hands of time, you're not taking my time before I walk down the aisle. If I could turn back the hands of time, you're not taking my time before I walk down the aisle. If I could if I could if I could oh, if I could if I could turn back the hands of time, oh, if I could turn,
Welcome back, and I trust you enjoyed that one from Scribe's production. I trust you enjoyed that one. So these things go into production, rehearsal, finances.
Yeah.
Do you think the government supports in terms of finances to playwrights a lot, productions a lot?
No, it doesn't. So everything is, if you don't have sponsors, that means you need to self-fund everything that you're doing.
Okay.
Yeah, and that is how difficult it is.
Okay.
Yeah, because it means that all the burden is on your shoulders, you know, and you need to carry it all along, all through, and it becomes difficult sometimes. And that's how come you're not able to do a lot of the plays in the course of the year, because I think that plays should be running all through the year.
Not just in
not just seasons. It shouldn't be seasonal, because if you go to places like America, there are plays running almost every weekend, all through the year, and sometimes even during the weekdays.
Wow.
Yeah.
You can go see a play and
every time of the month.
of the month. Okay.
Yeah, and I think that's where Ghana should get to someday.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That if there's funding, if there's enough sponsorship, then we can do plays as many times as possible, and it can give employment to a lot of people.
Exactly.
Because for every play that we do, we bring on like almost about 100 people.
Wow.
Yeah, for every production.
Every production.
Yeah. Okay. So imagine we are doing this every weekend. That would be great employment to a whole lot of people.
How do you select your characters? Do you have a team, or you do that?
I do have a team.
Okay.
But anytime I'm writing a play, sometimes I do have someone in mind who I think may play this role better. So if I have that person in mind, then it means I need to write the script to be able to sue them.
Okay.
Because, for example, whoever you have in mind can't sing. It means that if you're writing a play, be careful you don't give song to that character, because they can't sing. So that's how I do write my play. Or sometimes, as I'm writing a play, I try to look around and pick people who are not in my team. So yeah,
really?
I do that random audition sometimes.
Okay.
At other times, I try to pick people from the team
to come depict what you
want
to. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Have you had an actor, or let me just ask this straight to the point. Ask this straight to the point question. Have you had people forgetting their lines on
Oh yeah, so many times.
on stage? Because actors complain that stage play is actually difficult.
Yeah, and oftentimes the audience don't know about it. It's just me who knows about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I know that this guy's forgotten his lines, and he's taking a line from somewhere else, and I'm wondering how he's going to get back into where he's actually supposed to pick the lines.
And do they get back into it?
Yeah, they always get back.
Okay.
Yeah, and sometimes the audience think that then it's part of it, but they don't know it's not part of it.
I don't know.
Yeah,
You are the one that knows.
yeah, I'm the only one who knows.
Sometimes you get nervous.
Yeah,
Like, what's
do.
this guy doing?
Yeah, so I do get
Because
nervous.
these parts are very important.
Yeah, no, I do get nervous. I'm like, what is this guy doing? But that's the beauty of it.
That's
It's
the
the beauty
beauty
of
of it.
live drama, you know.
All right. Who are those who inspire you?
I think my dad really inspired me.
Your dad. Okay.
Yeah, because I observed what he could do with what he had, and I think it's a challenge to me because my dad had parents who were illiterate, and he trekked from his hometown to Accra and started life.
Wow.
Yeah,
What are we talking about?
My dad comes from Ekunfiabo.
I
Yeah.
come from Ekunfio Tom.
Oh wow, wow! I see.
We never spoke about
Yeah.
that. I'm from Ekunfio Tom.
So I think we are neighbors anyway.
Yeah, we are.
And
We are.
you know, he came to Accra. Anyway, he passed away. So he passed away about a year or two ago.
Oh, sorry, Michael.
Yeah, thank you. Right. So anytime I remember him, he's an inspiration
And
to
he
me.
trekked.
Yeah.
Passed through Unibar,
Yeah,
Junction.
to Accra, and he told me that he used to sell ice water and all that.
Oh.
And I'm like, wow, to be able to take all of us through university and to be able to achieve what he could achieve, it's a lot of challenge to me. That if this person could do all this with nothing, then I really have to do a lot.
Okay.
And that always spurs me on. It always challenges me
Challenges
that
you.
I need to do a lot.
You need to do
There's
that.
no excuse.
Okay. So you have something coming up. What's it that you have coming up?
Yeah, so we are live streaming our previous plays to our audience.
Okay.
Yeah, because I often get people asking me, how can we see your plays and all that. I'm like, okay, this is opportune time to do that because there's the internet and we need to take advantage of it.
It's true.
Yeah,
It's
so we
true.
are bringing back our old plays, this time online.
Okay.
So people can go to our website to see it.
Okay.
www.scribeproductions.com.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
so
all
just-
your plays are there.
Yeah, so we are putting 5 plays out there
Okay.
for people to see it, and starting this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, so just go to www.scribeproductions.com.
Okay.
Just subscribe to which of the plays you want to see.
Okay.
And then see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a great innovation.
Sure, thank you.
I'm sure this is the first.
Yeah.
This is the first.
Yeah.
Hearing that. So
Yeah.
www.scribeproductions.com, and then you have all these. These are wonderful places. You should see them. I mean, you should see them. You've seen some of the excerpts on television. You should see them on the website, and I trust that it will be. It will inspire you, and definitely you will learn a lot from it. What's your final advice to those who are watching us who also want to get to the heights in life? Because you started from campus, writing plays,
Yeah.
and here you are at the National Theatre, filling it up. You had a challenge. That was last.
Yeah.
Was it discouraging?
Yeah, it was.
Uh-huh.
It was, and it's actually helped me take my spiritual life seriously.
What happened?
The lights went off at National Theatre during in the middle of a play.
Where we are sitting,
Yeah. For close to 3 hours.
and there were lights around.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, it was a challenge I've never seen before. And it made me know that life is spiritual. Life is spiritual. So you need to take your spiritual life seriously, especially if you're a Christian.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I felt so many things were running through my mind when all that was happening.
Where were you seated?
I was in the hall when that happened, and I had to quickly rush out because I thought that, you know, if there's light out, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, it's going to come back. But 1 hour, 2 hours, and I felt that no, this is not normal.
And that was the first.
The first show,
Okay.
yeah, because we were going to have 2 shows, 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. So the 3 p.m. show started, and the lights out happened around 4 p.m. And for close to 3 hours.
And people will be outside.
Yeah, people left. A lot of people left. Yeah, and that is a challenge.
It's a challenge.
You just need to know how to overcome it, and then re-strategize, and that's what we are doing.
Okay.
Re-strategizing, getting to know what could have been done better.
Better.
And all that. Yeah. So I believe that the storms of life they never end. That's what I believe. But I believe that winners always try to take advantage of the storms and then surf. You know surfing. When you're surfing at sea, you need a storm to surf. You can't surf without storms. The storms will need to come, and then you ride on it to surf.
To surf, okay.
And that's what I believe life is about. What about the storms just take advantage of it and then surf?
All right.
Yeah.
What's your final advice to those who are watching us?
So for those of us watching us, whatever dreams you have, don't give up on it. I believe that God puts dreams in our hearts for a reason or for a purpose. Whatever those dreams are, they are to serve a particular people. When you don't chase those dreams, you don't serve all those people that are looking up to you. So whatever your dreams are, keep chasing them. Don't give up.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
Right,
you
so
so
we
much.
can raise and toast to a glass of vin de Rene. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you so
much. My name is Felix Dazi, and I'll see you same time on our next episode. Go on YouTube if you're watching us on television. It is INSPIRATION with Felix Dazi, and then you will be connected. We are proudly supported and sponsored by Vin de Rene, and you can get them via the numbers showing on your screen. And also, we're costumed by Berna Moda, and Berna Moda, they do captors, they sell fabrics, nice designs that will make you look very good. For your parties, your engagements, everything, wedding, make sure you have Vin de Rene. Call the numbers on your screen and definitely you will have them. They have it available in all sizes. They have it available in all specs, I should say, in all flavors, a lot of flavors. You call the numbers on your screen and definitely you will be connected, and then you can have one for yourself. My name is Felix Dazi. Don't forget, your mind is the most powerful tool. Make sure you don't waste it. I'll see you on our next episode. Bye-bye. Presenters Costume is by Berna Moda Fashion Design and Tailoring Services. You can contact Berna Moda for all your custom tailor ladies, gents and children. Tailoring materials and accessories, training, ready to wear, wholesale of fabric. For any assistance, you can call 0545 040 604, or you can locate Berna Moda at Ashoman Estate, B Line, or at East Legon, ARS Runabout. You can also find them on Instagram on Berna Moda, BURNAMODA.
Celebrate life. And if you want to celebrate life, get quality wines like Vin de Rene. Vin de Rene wines are original, authentic French, super sweet wine. Charlie Menya lose. We are guy man now from there. And you're Vin de Rene champagne, original champagne. Now for cut time, what I say, don't miss out on our products. Vin de Rene, original French wine. Been a good glass man, me trade.
You can contact us on Facebook and on Instagram on Vin de Rene, VINDERYNNE. Alternatively, you can call us via the following numbers: +233 246 141 795 or +233 551 612921. You can also call us on +336 999 07507, or you can send us a mail on contact@vindurene.com. This advert is vetted and approved by the FDA.